Well, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Mid-September. A beautiful Friday morning here in Rhode Island. Can't beat it. Blue skies, not a cloud. Mid-70s. Yeah. And here we are. Sorry we started a little late. I put a comment out there, but had to give Michaela a ride to work, and she kind of works in, like I said, East Chipichi. It's not really a town. It's just she's out in the middle of freaking nowhere. And well, I had to go take her out there, and then on the way back, get stuck behind school buses. Actually, on the way there and on the way back. So there's that. My apologies. But then again, do we ever start on time? That's one thing. And two, nothing I can really do about it. So, good morning. Jordan was listening to work. I saw that comment. I was about to type. I guarantee you'll get to work before I even hit start. Because where I'm at, there was a very long line to order coffees and breakfast and whatever. And there was only one poor guy doing everything. And I heard him go in the back and wave his arms and something, and then all of a sudden somebody else appeared from outside. I don't know what the other person was doing, but whatever. Cynthia, good morning. CNR Bloomers, Richard Ryan, what's going on? I will always call you that. Jeffrey Pop, hello there. Happy Friday. Teresa, how are you, Teresa? Teresa Squire, how are you? She's my Teresa. I am not calling her a name. I am just pronouncing her name in Portuguese because I had an aunt. If you missed the last time she was here and I said that, I had an aunt that name, and well, there you go. Jeanette, hello from work. Hello. Yeah, almost canceled this. Almost just said, screw it, not doing it. Because I wasn't aware that I had to give Michaela a ride to work and the time she was starting. So it was kind of putting a damper on, getting in early, and there was no way those people ate their breakfast already. They're just coming out to read the sign. I didn't ask for permission today to do this. I didn't see the owner anyways, and I figured, well, you know what? If he wants to throw me out, that's fine. Gee Wilson, of course, my screen's going to get dark because the sun is nailing it. I'm trying to block it with my big head. Dave Stragon, hello, Dave. Sorry I couldn't meet up with you. Dennis, who's Dennis? You said hi to Dennis. Do I see a Dennis? Did I miss a Dennis? Is that Jeffrey Pop? Is Jeffrey Pop? No, Jeffrey. Who's Dennis? Gee Wilson, what's going on? Dave Stragon's throwing me in for a curve right now with Dennis. Who's Dennis? I'm sorry if I don't know who Dennis is right now. Yeah, Dave's throwing me for a curve right now. Dave's pitching. Yeah, he's Squirrel. What are you doing, Squirrel? Yeah, so I didn't ask for permission, and well, this sun is hot right on my back. I got a scone. I got my coffee. If anybody's wondering where we are, we were here a few weeks ago. Sunset Cove here in Portsmouth. I like this place. I do. Coffee's okay. It's not the greatest. I guess the more sugar I put, the better it tastes. But it is what it is. It's doable. It's drinkable. I've had it 100 times worse. And I got a blueberry scone. I asked Suzanne if she wanted anything on the way home. She said no. If she changes her mind, she knows how to text me or message me in the chat. I know she's working. And, well, she was a little cranky with me this morning, so I don't know if she even wants to talk to me, but I don't know what I did. Maybe I didn't do anything. Maybe it's just woke up that way. I usually have that. But, yeah, so it's been a good week. Here we are at the weekend. It was a good week. These weeks go by faster and faster. And for me at work, it's because of my work schedule. Monday and Tuesday is basically when I see my coworkers. After that, it's just me. And I feel like the days just go by so much quicker. So that helps. She is an angel. She's my angel. Yes. Well, my mother's my angel, but she's up there. That's besides the point. Yeah, work week. Tuesday was my granddaughter's 4th birthday. Didn't get to see. I haven't seen them in a few weeks. Unfortunately, relationships between me and my children, I said this last time, actually I think it was last time we were here. You know, not the easiest, not the greatest. But, got to wish her, excuse me, I put a piece of scone in my mouth. Don't talk with your mouth full. Did wish her a happy birthday. I know Suzanne got to talk to her. Because she also started a preschool. Yeah, Cynthia sure did. Started preschool this year. Unfortunately, because her day, her birth month, and I guess the day, she'll do 2 years of preschool. She'll start school late like I did. She'll pretty much be turning 6 when she goes to school, regular school. This scone is amazing. She'll be starting school late, so. Well, it's good for her. I think it's great for kids to get into preschool. The earlier, the better. I know both Michaela and Ethan did it. Nicholas did too, a year. He did 1 year of preschool. I don't think Serena did. I don't recall Serena doing it, but it's good for them. So, like I put in the thumbnail, actually in the title too, it's open book today. We can talk about anything and anybody and anything. I know we try to stay away from politics and religion, but today is one of those days where it's like, you know what? To a point, we can talk about anything. I don't care. You know, I posted on social media what happened last week with Charlie Kirk was very sad, very horrific. I didn't believe in 95% of the things he said. Not believe, but agree, I'm sorry. I didn't agree with 90% of the things he said. But that just shouldn't happen to anybody. Nobody should be murdered because they have different political views, religious views. What's the other word I'm looking for? Any of it. Anything, period. So, you know, there's that. But definitely a sad story. What do I think about the scuba guy? I didn't read much into it. I don't know if I guess I do believe it. Because a police report is out there or something, but I don't know, just very weird, Cynthia. Very, very weird. A lot of weirdness going on there recently. I don't mean just that. I mean, in general, just people acting inappropriately, strange, over the dumbest things. Like I said, it's gonna be one of those mornings. We'll see how long it lasts, but yeah, it's probably, like Jeff said it on his stream yesterday, it's probably an inside job. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Yeah, it is only, well, I think it's a little more than 5 feet, but I saw that. The guy passed away in a roller coaster, and it said blunt force trauma, multiple. I don't know how this guy got thrown around, unless he didn't push down the strap or whatever. I haven't really seen what kind of safety device is on that to hold you in, but guy must have taken a real beating to die. Makes me second guess, do I want to ride this thing in December or November actually, but Kay Wilby, good morning. Good morning, Kay. Dad builds, Chris. What have I missed? Not much. Not much. We started late. Not much. Just talking about anything and everything. Ask me anything. We can talk about it. I am at that point that I don't, today I don't care. Good morning, Angela Minta. Ghost host, Jason, what's going on? Hello to you and Jen. I almost said I'm at that point that I just don't care anymore what I say and who I offend, who I, I go back to Charlie Kirk. I go back to Charlie Kirk, and I go back to politics. Politics have been around for what, 250 years? I mean, isn't that what this country turns next year? 250? Well, at the beginning of the 250th year. I got to remember, it doesn't really start until, the date's not until the year after, but the beginning of the 250th year. And it still amazes me. It doesn't amaze me. I mean, nothing shocks me, but how politics ruin people, ruin friendship, acquaintances, family. It has it's a little more recently than others, but it always has, I guess. But I personally, I can honestly say that I have never stopped being friends or an acquaintance, because I mean, I use the word friends loosely. I have a few friends, and then we have acquaintances. We have people we know, we like, we talk to, there's stuff like that. But AGC Magic TV, Amy, good morning. Trying to block my phone with my big head so I can have a little bit of shade on it. Actually, if I finish my scone, I can move the tripod back just a little bit. There we go. No, we want to keep the flag in the photo. There we go. I have never stopped being friends with anybody because of political views. Never. I am one of those, I don't talk politics. I know. I have my beliefs. I have my affiliation with a certain party. And that's that. Everybody has one. Everybody, maybe you're an independent. That's fine too. But for me to say, hey, I'm going to stop talking to so-and-so because so-and-so is putting a lot of crap about one party or the other on social media is stupid. I don't do it. Now, you want to talk about my family. You want to talk about, actually, that's probably the only thing. You want to mess with family or myself. The story. You want to post something about me. You want to post something about my family. You want to talk crap about my family to others. that's a different ball game. I mean, we're gonna have a discussion. We're gonna go at it, and then maybe we won't be friends or acquaintances anymore. But now politics, sports. You think I don't have a lot of Yankee fans as friends? You think I want to stop talking to Ron Doofilly because he's a freaking Yankee fan? No. Come on. Because he's going to go on social media, not that he has, I'm just saying he's going to go on social media and talk crap about the Red Sox. You know, Meredith posted a picture. They were eating somewhere this past Sunday, and there was Ronnie, the only guy there with a Patriots jersey, surrounded by everybody else. You think, you know, we're going to get up and not be friends because of politics? I mean, sports. Same thing with politics. I'm not going to get up. Oh, I might get up because I don't like to discuss politics. I don't. I don't. Don't ask me what my views are on certain things, because I'm not going to tell you. Because it gives me anxiety to discuss politics. But I'm not going to stop being your friend. And that's that. You know, one party to another, independence to another party. It doesn't matter. But it's like, you know, I've seen it. So, you know, as soon as Charlie Kirk, you know, everything was posted about Charlie Kirk and again, tragedy. But so many people took to Facebook and trashed the Democrats and trash other affiliations and this and that and the homosexuality and transgender, and oh my God, it was so much. I couldn't shut my phone off fast enough. I couldn't. How about we just say it was tragedy? It was very tragic. That shouldn't happen to anybody, and that's that. No, we gotta go to town. But again, certain people did that, but I'm not. And I mean friends on my Facebook, people I follow or whatever. No, look, like friends, people on my Facebook, not following somebody or anything. It's amazing. It's amazing. You just shut it off. I'm not gonna stop talking to somebody because of that. Tennessee beer. No, that's not Tennessee beer. I'm sorry. What am I looking at? I respect different views from religious beliefs to politics. I do have a hard stop celebrating that. Yes, I totally agree. You know, because there was those too. Not any of my friends, not any of my people, whatever. But yes, of course, there was people out there celebrating his death. It's just stupid. Paul Engel, good morning. Home Candies, hello. And dancing, but yeah, it's sad. It's sad. You know, again, I just put it out there, and me putting it out there the way I put it should give you a hint. My affiliation, where I am registered. Okay, I didn't believe in 90% of. Again, I'm sorry, I used the wrong word. I didn't agree with 90% of what he said. But that's okay. That's all right, man. And let him preach. And that he was too. He was a pastor, and that hurts as well. I know Chris just did. Chris, you know, Chris knows I go to bed early, so I know he did Suzanne filled me in a prayer with Tina the other day. What was it, Wednesday? And some of the reasons, you know, again, this is me hearing from Suzanne, some of the reasons, you know, right, you know, boy child is studying to be a pastor. We all know Chris's father, God rest his soul, was one. So it hit harder with Chris than some of us. And I totally get that. And I back Chris up. I back boy child up and shoot, I back Charlie up. Charlie was a pastor. Boom. Here I am breaking in Portuguese. Okay, fine. Again, just shouldn't happen. You know. Virginia neighbor, Angela, yes. Walter Grams, Dougie, what's up, Dougie? I am at 69 days until I see Dougie. 69, buddy. It's a hell of a number for you and I. No pun intended. 69 days for me to see Dougie, Walter Grams. Can't wait. Dougie, the movie I picked up for you, the DVD, yes, Dougie still buys DVDs, is already in my bag. It's in my backpack. So it'll be carried on to the plane, and then once I see it, it'll come out of the bag and hand it over to you. But no, can't wait. Streaming is evil, says you. Um, do I have any bet with Jeff over the Steelers? I don't. I don't have any bets with anybody. I thought of going to this game, but right now, because the Patriots and their new coach, it would have been easier if it was last year. It would have been easier to get tickets and cheaper. Right now, actually, with the new coach and everything, with Vrabel here, tickets are a little high. Even though we have friends that would probably just give us their tickets. Bromance with Dougie, yes, bromance is strong. Cynthia, it's going to be a fun game. I love, as it is, I don't like going out on Sundays, and football season even better. Just leave me home. Leave me home, and that's that. But yeah, that's my take on politics. Like I said, today I just wanted to let's talk. Let's talk. Open book. It will be brief but beautiful. Yeah, a couple hours. I hope we can get 2 hours in. It's looking more like 90 minutes, but we'll see how fast I can drive over there from the airport, as long as there's no delays and anything. But, yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. I'm so sick of, people. Yeah, and then you got those that this is one thing I've never done. Well, delete me or unfriend me or whatever if you don't like my views. Man, I don't like a lot of people's views, and I ain't talking about just politics. I'm talking YouTube. I'm talking sports. I'm talking politics. I'm talking religions. Man, we are human. We are all freaking human, put on this earth by God. Okay? There's a lot of things I don't agree with all of you. I'm sure there is something Cynthia and I don't agree with. I'm sure Dougie and I don't agree on something. Okay? I'm not going to delete or unfriend you on Facebook because Dougie wrote, hey, the Red Sox suck, something, and, the American people are this and that. Man, that's your view, but I still love you, brother. I'm not saying that he's done anything. Tim, what's going on? Taking me a fan. What is going on, Tim? Good morning. But I crack up with the most. Like, are you serious? Unfriend me if you don't like what I wrote and what I'm about to write, blah, blah, blah. Like, really? I mean, seriously, because I can guarantee there was other things that you wrote that I would have unfriended you for. Just my opinion. To be clear before anyone else. It's on me. I've said nothing. No, Dougie hasn't. My point is, Dougie, that you and I, yes, there is a bromance. I love you to death. Can't wait to give you a big hug and a big wet kiss. I already told you that. Big wet kiss on the cheek. Make sure you're shaved. That's all I ask. I don't like hair in my mouth. I'm just saying. My wife. Fine, I'll bring up Suzanne. You think Suzanne and I agree on everything? Suzanne and I don't agree on everything. What am I going to unfriend her on Facebook because she wrote Toy Story 4 was better than Toy Story 1 or Star Wars sucks? All right, let me unfriend my wife because she wrote Star Wars sucked. That's my point. My point is we all disagree on something. We all can't agree. He wasn't an ordained pastor. He was a Christian. And you can argue that he preached, but he wasn't ordained. Okay, I did not know that he wasn't ordained. See? I have no problem with facts. People throwing facts at me. Please feel free. Call me out. I'm not getting... Jeanette, I'm going to go unfriend you now on Facebook because you just called me out. Forget about having Bowman breakfast, Jeanette. Bam. How about that? I am laughing at myself right now. I haven't shaved in years. Well, you better give me one side, man. Because I don't like kissing hairy faces. If we all agreed on everything, the world, it would be boring. Very well said, Angela. Alex Miller, what's going on? It wasn't hate speech either. Well, no, I didn't say I didn't say what he said was hate speech. She's having, I don't know what she's having. I'm just saying. I know I'm going to Boma breakfast. I don't know if she's coming along. Maybe I don't want her to come along now because she called me out on stream. Francisco, what's going on? Dougie, you have yourself a great day at work. What is it, afternoon already there? It is. Dougie's in afternoon shift. Dougie's working second shift. No, it just, I don't know. Listen, a lot of things drive us all nuts, and some of this crap just drives me nuts. It really does. People need to just freaking I don't want to say mind your business, because we all have, freedom of speech. I'm using it right now. But it's like, man, just stay on the road, at least. Please stay on the road. Or, and I'll call myself out on this, as Jeanette just corrected me on something. Sorry, freaking bug just landed right on my face. Speaking of faces, get some facts. Facts are good. I don't have them always. Not one bit, as Jeanette just proved. Yeah, Jeanette will be talking. Jeanette wants to go back to Ninja. Pete McDevitt Show. Good morning. Just, it drives me nuts when people just, posts, writes, says, texts, emails, whatever the hell you use or whatever you want to use, your own mouth, and just write stuff without having facts or even knowing anything about what they're talking about. Again, I'm not perfect, and I know I don't have the facts all the time. But I'll make sure to, think about it before I write it. Yes, Mrs. Crap, Pete McDevitt Show, what's going on? Hope you guys are doing well. And again, I'm talking about politics. I'm talking about anything on social media or even in person. Again, we can all be hanging out together and for instance, this coming trip, we can all be sitting together and something you want to bring up something, man, at least, let's make sure we know what we're talking about. And somebody was not attacked. I don't want to use the word attacked, but posts were made this past week about somebody, and nowhere was it true what this person wrote. And then you had people making comments in the post to back up said poster, and those comments made no sense because the post wasn't true. It's like, people, just get your shit straight before you decide to start talking. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how some people have just gotten. Actually, not gone, because people are always like this. I've jumped the gun on a lot of things. Don't get me wrong. I've jumped the gun on a lot of things. So I'm not knocking anybody that jumps the gun. But I don't go around talking crap about people and then be like, oh shit, I was wrong. How stupid do I look? Let me go apologize and kiss some rear end because, well, I'm so, I was wrong. That's what I'm saying. Get facts straight before we talk. Oh, this sun is beating on my back. Beating on my back. I don't know. Like I said, it's in the title. Open book. Ask me whatever you want. We'll talk about whatever you want. What a beautiful flag. Nice breeze coming in. I don't feel the breeze. I'm sitting down low here. These bushes in front of me. This fence to my right. It's supposed to be about 80 degrees today. It's going to be nice. Let's talk a little Disney. Let's change the subject before I have a feeling I'm going to get yelled at when I get home, unless she's not listening. I don't. Again, my wife and I don't agree on a lot, and I'm going to get yelled at for a lot of things. But oh well. Let's change the subject to something a little more refreshing. So the readers were announced for Candlelight Processional. I have been waiting for this schedule because we will be there during, the festival, during Candlelight Processional, all of that, and the readers were announced. I've been dying for the schedule because I don't have an annual pass anymore. So we're only going to the parks certain days. And I told Suzanne and I've been waiting for this schedule so we can, basically clarify what days we're going to what parks. I did at Park Hopper, like a moron. I said I wasn't, but I did. Then again, I say I'm not going to do a lot of things, and then Suzanne puts her foot down, and we do it. I am so not happy with the schedule. There is a lot of new faces. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but the list anyways. Yes, Henry Winkler is new. It'd be nice to hear Fonzie, and I'm sure somebody will stream it. It'd be nice to hear him. But wow, no Neil Patrick Harris, no Josh Gad, no John Stamos. I don't know Gary Sinise, but then I found him on the list, so I was wrong. I was wrong there. I posted it, and I was wrong. No Gary Sinise, but he is there. The times we're there, we get Jordan Fisher. We catch 4 readers. Well, technically, we catch 5 readers because we're there for 10 days. But our Disney days, we catch 3. And I forgot what the third one is. But one of them is Jordan Fisher. Don't really want to see Jordan Fisher. The other one is Jennifer Garner. And then I forgot who the third one was. So we're set on Jennifer Garner, pretty much. I'll bring my Capital One card. We'll compare rewards or something. Exactly calls like people calling Charlie all those names. They're all correct. Yep. Exactly. So we catch Jennifer Garner, which I'm okay. I like her voice. I think she is going to do a great job reading. Won't be streaming it. I've never streamed a Candlelight Processional. We've been to like 3, only 3. I enjoy it way too much, no matter who the reader is. I'll be honest with you, the story is the story. Everybody, they're reading the same script, Every reader will have a different joke or a different intro, of course, because they're human, they're themselves. But the story is the story. And the music's the music, I get that. But I am there for the music, I really am. I love that orchestra. I'm not going to say I'm not a fan of the, I was going to call them the Sons of Liberty, not the Sons of Liberty. What do you call those singers? Liberty Travel, Liberty Mutual, Sounds of Liberty. God, seriously, I can't remember what the hell they're called. But them, not my thing. I've never seen them, I've never gone to the Rotunda to listen to them sing. Not my thing. Voices of Liberty. Thank you, Angela. They're just not my thing. It's that simple. I know I've said it 4 times in the last 30 seconds. But when they're up there with the choir of cast members and that orchestra, love it. Love it. That's what I'm there for. But it helps with a decent reader. Like we had Luis Fonsi once. Guy can sing, but listening to him read was dull, boring. I was there personally, Suzanne and I, for Neil Patrick Harris when he cracked the Chapek joke. Listening to Neil Patrick Harris is a different story. Gary Sinise would be great. Never seen him in person. But yeah, it helps. But me, I'm there for the music. I'm there for the orchestra. I'm there for the sounds in person. So I just enjoy it too much to want to stream it. That's why I've never done it. Just like parties. I have never streamed a party, and I never will. I shouldn't say I never will. I'll say this. If we go to one party a trip, I'm paying a lot of money for that party. I'm going to enjoy the party. I'm going to make it the, money's worth, that party. Now, if like Jennifer. Jennifer lives down there. Jeff lives down there. Well, you know, Josh, Resort TV One. How many parties have they done already? I'm not. It'd be different if I lived down there and I wanted to go to multiple parties. I wouldn't do it for streaming purposes, but you know, if I went to multiple parties, then yeah, I'd probably be like, Suzanne, I'm going to stream one of them. Just like my morning brews. Like, I'm sure people are like, why is this guy going live every morning at like 6:30 in the morning? You know, I get it. The same thing over and over can get boring. But I'd probably do one if we went to multiple parties. So I get it. I get why, you know. I'm just saying, like, us, I wouldn't stream a party being, you know, one party a trip. That's what I'm saying. I probably would never stream a party. Never have, probably never will. Not a fan of Voices of the Liberty. Tim, you need it? No, it's just not my thing. It's not that I'm sure they're great singers. I listen to them. I've heard them on streams. It's more just not my thing. I don't know. I like opera. I sit there and listen. I don't know. I'd sit there and listen to opera before I would. I'd rather sit and listen to Pavarotti, God rest his soul, than the Voices of Liberty. I don't know. Just whatever. We all have our tastes. Take to Facebook and write something about me because I said I don't like Voices of Liberty. We'll stop being friends. Unfriend me for it, if you'd like. Unsubscribe to me too. Might as well do both. Jeanette's back out of Ninja. I'd like them better if I'm sorry, my phone is very dark right now. If they took out the ultra high pitches soprano. All right. I kind of know what that means, but I kind of don't because I'm not a big music person, like per se, to know. But in my mind, I know what you're talking about. Andy, what's going on? Yes, long time no see. Yes, life does take over sometimes. You betcha. Yeah, oh Andy, you betcha. It's good to see you. It's good to see that logo of yours. Good to see you. Hope everybody is well. Hope everything is well. I have one bite left of my scone. I don't know what I was waiting to chew it. It's a really good scone. But yeah, no, parties and stuff like Candlelight Processional. I mean, anything else. I mean, what else is there? What, Fantasmic? Does that count as something, you know? I mean, it's a nighttime show like fireworks. I mean, I guess it doesn't count. I don't know. I told Suzanne this trip's a little. It feels very different because we will be there. I feel like Robin Williams. I used to be one. We will be there, but kind of not because less park days because that's all we could buy. Could afford actually. Not really couldn't afford. I shouldn't have said it that way, but you know, 3 of the other days we're at Universal, and you know we arrive on Thanksgiving. We're not going to a park. Andy, it would be nice to see you. Be nice to see you back in the chats. It just feels different, and I'm talking YouTube-wise, which again, you guys know, and some of you can roll your eyes. I don't care if I stream if I don't. I don't. You know, there's weeks I don't stream, and then I've been doing once a week because I like to make sure. Not make sure. I shouldn't use that term. I like to put content out. I like to come over here and just open my mouth, so people can have something to talk about. Because you all know it's true. That's why I like to end by thanking those ninja listeners that just come here to listen to roll their eyes and talk shit about me. But I don't care. Suzanne doesn't. Speaking of the biggest eye roller, Suzanne rolls her eyes a lot when I start talking about what I'm going to do YouTube-wise while we're on vacations because she don't care. She doesn't. But I told her, I says it just doesn't feel the same, and I really the morning, the morning brews, I like doing them. Um, it's funny if we're gonna talk. If we're going to talk viewer wise, let's talk strict YouTube right now, even though I can care less. Let's talk strict YouTube. It's just funny how, more people tune in to my morning brew than what they do to a live stream from the parks. For me, anyways. So, yeah, sure. That kind of gives me a little kick in the rear end to be like, hey, do the morning brews. But no, I do. I like waking up. I'm early. I'm up early, anyways. I like being up with the sense of the morning dew in Disney World, and being out there either on the balcony or sitting somewhere nicely, somewhere nice. We're at the Polynesian, so we're gonna have a few nice morning brews from somewhere in Bali. First few days is All Stars, a little different, but whatever. Universal, I have no intentions at all on streaming Universal. Why? Can't do rides, except for like one or two. And I am at Universal for the first time in 20 years. Ethan's first time. Michaela's first time in 20 years. So we're gonna want to be riding rides and checking out. Tim Rempo, what's going on? Checking out rides and So for me to what? Start a stream, you're like, okay, I'm gonna shut it off now because we're gonna go on a ride. No. So I have no intentions at all of streaming Universal those 3 days. Maybe when we get back to the resort, maybe I'll go live late at night. I don't know. I don't care. I felt the eye rolls. The eye rolls when I say I don't care. I don't care. I have put out, I think, all the morning brews are out except for one. I have put out 2 thumbnails for park days, I guess, if you want to call it. One is Animal Kingdom. We decided to go to Animal Kingdom for a couple of hours just to go ride Dinosaur one last time because it is closing before we'll ever go back. So I know I've said this for the last, 2 years? Not 2 years, but 2-3 trips. We're going to ride Dinosaur one last time. And here we are. Dinosaur's still open. But no, this time for sure, it'll be our last time. So, we want to get Dinosaur in. I figured I'd stream it, get there early, do some things, and then park up somewhere else. But that one's out. And I put Disney Springs out because I know we're going there to shop on the Tuesday before the party. So that's out there. But any other parks, I'll be honest with you, I have no idea. I shouldn't say intentions because I do intend on streaming. I have no idea when, what time, I guess that is the same, or which park, because we'll be hopping all 3 days. We have 3 days of parks. All 3 days. So I have no idea when or where I will be streaming. If I'll be streaming. I guess we'll find out in the morning. And like last trip, what I did was I pretty much turned the morning brew into a park opening stream. That could happen too. I don't know. I really don't. I really do not. This sun is burning my bag. That's the part we dislike. What did I miss? I'm sorry. Let me scroll up. Andy's saying hello. Did I miss something? Oh, I'd like them. I'm sorry. That's what he's saying yesterday. That's the part we dislike. Alex Miller, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. I know we're, like I said, 69 days out. It's getting closer every day, of course. Duh. I'm very intelligent when I say certain things. I know dining reservation is at 60 days, but because we have dual reservations, it sucks. So technically, my first opening day of reservations, we're at Universal and Thanksgiving. So it's like, can't, I'll make a reservation for Thanksgiving. We're going to have Thanksgiving dinner somewhere. I know we're having Gasparilla for lunch because we're meeting Dougie. And he's going to have lunch before he gets over to the airport with his wife. So we agreed on Gasparilla because he's at Grand Flow. So we got to make reservation dinner for Thanksgiving. Suzanne and I were talking yesterday, was it yesterday before, about where we want to go. It's pretty much the usual, you know. I want to go back to Beer Garden. Boma breakfast is a must. Beer Garden would be nice. I did want Hollywood and Vine, but that's been changed or moved out because of I don't think we're going to be able to, actually. Just, I usually miss your morning brews because they're so early for me. Tim, yeah, they're really early. I mean, and again, I don't know how this is going to come up, but it's like me giving you guys clues that I do this for me. I do this because I like to. I don't care. For instance, the first day, we're flying out. It's a 6:30 flight. I have a morning brew from the airport at 5:30. Do you think I'm expecting a crap load of people at 5:30 in the morning to have me just sit at the airport and say good morning to you guys? No. And that's my point. I'm doing it because I like to. And I'll probably have like 3 people, maybe 6, because they'll all be from the UK. 6 and maybe Debbie Bernfeld, because I hear she doesn't sleep. So, you know what I mean? And yeah, I get it. The ones I do at like 6:30, and yeah, I catch some people getting up or, you know, to go to work and whatnot, and oh, great. It is. You know, a lot of them are from the UK. Wonderful. I do have a decent UK following. But, you know, it's what works for me. It's not, I don't purposely say, hey, algorithm, or let's do it at 8 o'clock because everybody's, you know, or 6 because everybody's 6 p.m. because everybody's coming home from work. There's Jeff. Jeff, how are you, sir? Bring your Scooby gear. Yeah. Disney freak. Tyler, what's going on? Boma, yes, I know it. We all turned you into Boma. Somebody that is a local. Yeah, it is. Again, and you know, I've said it over and over. It's more. It's recorded. It's there. I can go back. Grandkids can go back. Those trips we did with them. It's you know, Ethan's first couple of. No, what am I saying? I wasn't streaming, but you know, and it is. Yeah, it is cool an outside perspective that's not there. You know, like Jeff and Walt and Jennifer. We're not there every week. I wish we were, but we're not. So yeah, you know, is there a little more excitement out of me than what there is out of them? I'm sure there is. I would hope so. I would really hope so. You know, but to say that it's the same as when, you know, the local stream, no, I wouldn't think so. Jeff, hope you and Doreen are doing well. I see Cody was back home, was it this past week? Ellie, good afternoon. No, not a cloud. Not a cloud in the sky. The sun's behind me, beating on my neck. I might get a sunburn just sitting here a few minutes. Tomorrow's high is only like 65, so we're gonna go from 80 to 65. It's great. I love New England. Love where I live. I mean, where else can you get views like this every morning? I can, you know, I mean, it's a 5-minute drive from my house where I am. All right, maybe 10. But this place, I'm glad. This place has been here forever, but I'm glad I finally discovered it. Might come out here a lot more often, especially next year. It is picture perfect. It is. But yeah, you know, thumbnails are out. I'm not gonna lie to you and be like, well, you know, there's a reason why thumbnails are out. I like what I'm doing. I like having stuff on YouTube. I like streaming, and you know, hence why they're out there. But you know, if I don't stream anymore from the parks during this trip, except for morning brews, that's all right too. You ain't gonna hear me cry. I'm not. What's my term? I'm not doing it for the 18 cents. Not doing it for the 18 cents. Actually, I think I've been averaging 86 cents a day on monetization. 86 cents. I'm not like that guy Mouse Talk who's doing about $18 a day. I'm joking. I saw him pop into the chat. There he is. Walt, what's going on, buddy? Can't wait to see Walt and Melissa. Hopefully, Melissa's been traveling up here a lot. Hopefully Melissa will be in town. Take advantage of the free water. Disney Tyler, we have 2 of them actually, to be honest with you. We have 2 of them. And the only one that, again, because we're only at the parks 3 days, so of course we're going to, unlike previous trips, we're probably going to go hard to the parks because it is only 3 days. That's why we got the park hopper, to make sure we get to see everything. Suzanne wants to see the nighttime parade at Magic Kingdom. We have the party. I want to, we have Candlelight Processional for one night, and we got to be in the evening at Hollywood Studios because, again, it's the greatest, it's the best decorated Christmas park. None of that came out right. It's the best park decorated for Christmas at Disney World, in my opinion, is Hollywood Studios. So we got to squeeze all that into 3 days. Well, 4 days, because the party is a different day. So to go back to what you said, Tyler, the water park, we can. And it would have to be on Thanksgiving, the day we arrive, because the day we check into Polynesian, we're actually at Epic Universe, so it's hard. So we do have one day. I'm sure I can go over there, BS Disney, to get me another water park day. I know people have done it, so it's possible. I'm sorry, I just missed something. Didn't I miss something? Kay Wilby, with the $9.99 super chat. Kay, you didn't have to do that. Thank you very much, Kay, for being so generous and kind. Am I missing things? I am. Maybe 25 cents. No, 18. Yeah, it is actually higher. I just said it, 82 cents, I think. 80 something cents a day. That's my monetization right now. Still debating doing a Christmas party, Walt. Walt, the only reason we're doing it was because, again, this trip is just very unusual for us. I know I'm repeating a lot. Very unusual for us. Because of Universal, it took 4 days out of Disney parks. Like, if we were just doing a Disney package, I'm sure we would have got like a 6-day park ticket. Okay? But because it's 3 days, but if you count the day we arrived, so 4 days of non-Disney leaves us, another 5 days? I didn't want to do 5-day park ticket when I already paid for Universal. If you've been to Universal, Walt, I don't know if you have an annual pass or not, but whatever, Universal, those tickets killed me. Took a lot of our funds away. So it wasn't doable to do like a 5-day park ticket. So we did a 2-day park ticket at the time. And Suzanne and I discussing it agreed, let's do a 2-day so we can get we can get Epcot and Hollywood Studios in, and we'll do a Christmas party. That'll be our 3rd day. That'll be our Magic Kingdom day. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I got lucky, on my little gambling. We got a little lucky. Actually, you guys know Suzanne won that bingo, and I've had some luck, and it turned out that, hey, let's add a park day. We were able to add a park day without digging into any other personal, funds that are put away. So that's how it worked out. So we were always doing a party. It just made sense to us. Because a park day at the time was, because the more days you buy, the cheaper it gets. But at the time, only buying a 2-day park ticket, it was going to be like another $190. It would have been the same price. Let's put it that way. Same price for the party ticket than what it was for the park day. And do we get less hours at the park? Yes, we do. But you get the party. So damned if you do, damned if you don't, Walt. With that, user not found. I am trying to read this, but it says user not found. I'm assuming that's your name. Okay. As a Disney fan, I am absolutely boycotting Disney until, you know what? I don't even care if a mod deleted that or not. I'm going to read it. Rehard. We need to get up and off our knees before it's too late. Well, your opinion. We're all freedom of speech. And today my title is allowing comments like that, and we're okay with that. Everybody's got their opinion. I don't argue opinions. I don't voice my opinions against anybody else's opinion. So welcome in. If that is your name, screen name, or maybe it's just telling me that user not found. Hey, that's your choice, my friend. Your choice. It would take a lot for it. It'll take JPEG to come back for me to boycott this. Let's be honest. It would take JPEG to come back. Yeah, so that's Walt. That's why we did the party. But I get it. I mean, the party's the party. It's the same thing all the time. And I mean, again, being local, Walt and Melissa, like you guys are. If you're gonna do the party to stream it, then yeah, go do the party. If it's the decision is based on do we want to do a party or not. Let's put it this way for Walt and Melissa only. If it's based on YouTube, then I mean that choice is yours, I guess. Do you want to go stream it or not? If it's based on do we just want to do a party, then you got to consider the party's the same thing as it was last year, the year before. Do you want to do it again? I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not knocking anything. I don't know if that came out right. I'm just saying, if you're doing it for the channel, then hey, what the hell? Why not go? You know, if you think it's good for the channel, go do it. But now, if you guys are contemplating, I mean, crap, do we want to do another party? We did it last year. We did it before. Then. You know, it's something to consider. Do you want to spend that money? It's very different. And I know a lot of people understand this. And I'm sure 98% of you understand this. It's different for people that come down once a year, once every 2 years, than what it is for locals. Or I'll use Jeanette as an example. Jeanette's on there. Seems to be once a month. Once every 2 months, once a month. And I don't mean one day. Well, maybe it could be one day. Or like Joy. Joy goes down Joy will go down for a day. It's different. You know, do you want to do a party or not? You're down there often. Do you want to do the party or not? You've done the party before. Do you want to do it again? Where, you know, last year was different for us. And I said that very loudly to everybody. It was very different for us last year. I knew I had 5 trips last year. Me personally. I went down twice by myself, 3 with the family. I'm sorry if you go back. Let's say in the span of 11 months, we had 5 trips. Because 4 was last year, and then November the year before that. I knew the trip was going to be very different. So it was like, all the trips were going to be like, you know, do we have to do it? We're back in, seriously, I came home and it was like, we're back in 2 months. Do I care if I do Hollywood? I felt like a local, if that makes sense. Last year, I felt like a local, like, oh, we missed Fantasmic. I don't give a crap. I'm back in 60 days. I'll go see it then. Where this year, it's like, all right, we haven't been since last September. It was a year ago this week, actually, for Serenity's birthday. A year ago this week, we were there. And it's like, all right, we're not going back until next November or December. And now for next year, I don't know. I mean, I don't know my future. You know, and I mean financial wise, I don't know if I can afford to go next year. And I don't know if I still have mods in here. Just let people, whatever. I mean, as long as we're not swearing, let them write whatever. I made it free for all today with the title of the stream. I don't care. I guess I went free for all myself, but. But yeah, I don't know, Walt, if you're still listening. I know you and Melissa are contemplating it. Yeah, I think if I lived down there and we did the party last year and shoot, if you did more than one last year, I'd look at Suzanne and be like, really? Why would you want to go do the party again? I don't know, if there was something different to see maybe. Hence, again, we added Park Hopper. Why? And this is the only reason, and people can call me stupid, because I've called myself stupid. I have really called myself stupid, especially when I was making the purchase. We got Park Hopper because Suzanne wants to see the nighttime parade in person. That is the only reason we added Park Hopper. because we were fine just doing one day at Epcot, one day at Hollywood Studios, and then the party. And then, because we added the extra day, it was after the Hopper, but I was fine. Let me rephrase that. I was fine. One day Epcot, one day Hollywood Studios, Magic Kingdom would be party night. Beautiful. 2-3 days of rest, wonderful. But Suzanne insisted on seeing the new nighttime parade in person. So I paid, I thought it was $100 a night, but it was close to it, $80-something a person for Park Hopper. So Suzanne can see the parade. She might even go alone. And she's fine with that. I'll take Michaela, I don't know, but whatever. I might not hop over to go do the party. I might hop somewhere else and just, or knowing me, the way I love resorts, especially being at the Poly, I might just go sit on my balcony at the Poly. So it's like, you know, what the heck am I doing? Doug, what's going on? Plus, as a local, I'm sorry, I'm trying to block the phone as much as I can so I can read it. Plus, as a local, you can go closer to Christmas and get the features. Yes, Amy, very true. Very true. So there you go. Let's add that to Walt and Melissa's, well, my thinking for Walt and Melissa. Yeah, Walt, if it's not to stream, then yes, screw it. Wait for, unless they're blacked out. Amy, see, I just caught myself there. Unless they're blacked out that week. And then they can't. So there's that too. Good thinking, Amy. Good help. Good point. But unless they're blacked out. Good morning, stupid. I would do the same. Murph, what's going on, buddy? Thank you. Good morning and thank you, Murph. I appreciate it. Yes, I call myself stupid. As I'm hitting, you know, my credit cards are all saved on. Shouldn't say that out loud, but they're all saved there. And it's like, as I'm hitting yes, purchase, I'm like, what a jackass. I'm buying this so she can go see a freaking parade that we've seen on stream a million times. Let's go watch it in person. And you all know me in parades and fireworks. I can care less. So that's what I'm saying. Am I going to go over? Probably not. Unless I get stream hungry, be like, oh, screw it. Let's go stream it and let's go do the fireworks and make 18 cents. And I should be clear on that. It is 18 cents. The only reason I'm making 82 cents a day now is because it's summertime. In my Nordic Lodge, the seafood buffet up here in Rhode Island, always does very well in the summer. Always does very well in the summer. I don't know why. It's my best video. Most views. Not most views, but I mean, it's just people are just, because it's summertime, it's recommended. People like coming up here. Oh, let me see what Nordic Lodge is like. But that's the only reason. Come, what are we in September? Come November, that's it. I'll be back to 18 cents. Forgot they probably, yeah, right. They could be blocked out. I say blacked out, it's blocked out. I don't know why I say blackout. Coming out and just say, I love when Jeanette just pops out a ninja. She did to call me out, which is okay. I love it. I love it. She's Jeanette means a lot to us. Jeanette means a lot to us. A lot of you do. Not all of you, but a lot of you. Jeanette's one of them. Jeanette's a sister. She's a sister from another mister. That's what she is. Her, Regina, there's a few. But, all right, this sun's beating on my neck. I think I've gone over an hour. Yeah, so 66 minutes, 65, I don't know. I need to go do groceries. I painted my bathroom yesterday. Suzanne has a big alien swirling saucer, even though I've said that word already a couple of times today. A big ass medicine cabinet for me to put together. As of now, my daughter and my soon-to-be son-in-law. What's the difference between a son-in-law and son-in-law? Because that's what I just call him, a son-in-law. I almost call him a son of, you know what? A son-in-law is coming over for dinner. So I'm gonna put that bathroom together, put the cabinet together and hang it up and do other stuff. Contemplating streaming tomorrow, but Because I haven't gone to Newport yet this year to stream, and I was thinking about it, but maybe not. Maybe we're just gonna sit home. I know Suzanne's got stuff to do in the morning. You know, just sit home, watch Walt. I think Walt's live. I know Jeff isn't. I think Walt's live tomorrow. All right. I want to say thank you. I like my scone. I gotta remember to throw my plate up. Appreciate you guys checking in, keeping me company, saying hello. You ninja listeners, thank you. The positive ones, the negative ones that are, you know, texting other people. Did you hear what Carlos said? You hear what that jackass said? This is why we don't like him. This is why you shouldn't like him either. Hope you got enough clips. I'm sure you clip away. Send it to the people you should. Speaking of eye roll, you should see the one I just made. And for the rest of you, it's always lovely to have a conversation with you guys. And yeah, hope you all have a wonderful weekend and the rest of your Friday. Nothing but the best to most of you. Something pretty to leave you with. How about the flag and no wind right there? R. Johns, I've been injured while I work. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate it. Richard is not one of those. Richard is positive. K will be again. Thank you for the super chat. I don't. Let me go to my spiel real quick. Never expected, never asked, never talked about, but always really appreciate it. It goes well with the 82 cents. But seriously, yeah, but thank you, Kay. You really didn't have to do that. You guys have yourself a wonderful week. I'm sure we'll see each other in somebody else's chat sometime today, tomorrow, Sunday, eventually. Besides that, love you all. Bye.